thank you so much for being here. Today it's really going to make a difference, to women who are watching this, to further understand that they're not alone, and then they get an insight into somebody else's story. So thank you very much.
You're most welcome, Anu.
So did you ever go to the hospital? Did you ever go to see a doctor? Do you remember for any of these symptoms at any time?
Remember I said it was like a blind side? As in, blind side. I wasn't thinking of menopause. Then again, because I don't know whether it triggers, whether it's the age or the state that also triggers thyroid dysfunctions. So I'd had challenges with hyperthyroidism many years before. Then years after, I was thrown into hypothyroidism. Yes, which has quite a bit of symptoms like the menopausal syndrome. Weight gain was a thing. Fatigue was there. So I would go to the hospital for those. But I remember once the doctor said to me, female doctor, I went to a gynae, and she said to me something about brain fog. I've not heard of brain fog before. That was like maybe 3 years or 4 years ago. I didn't get what she said. Then it was later, I was like, oh, this is what she meant. I mean, literally, you tell me something, literally 1 minute. Let me go upstairs, let me come downstairs, say, hey, what do you say? Let me tell you how I discovered that. It wasn't in the nicest of ways. I remember a few people would tell me, a few of my friends, say, hey, I told you that thing that day. I'll say, I can't remember. They'd be like, almost as if, are you lying? And I'm thinking, really, I can't remember. But you said. Then I had 2 particular friends who are very, they're very astute, maybe because of the nature of their work. So, that day we said this and that. I was almost as if I was on trial. I was like, I can't remember. I can't remember. Then another friend, then another friend, then another friend. I'm like, there's something up here. A lot of these people are saying this, and I'm like, really, I can't remember. I can't remember the details. Not say I can't have a conversation with you and not know I had a conversation with you. But the details of what we said, unless the cocoa is really cocoa, I may not remember. So it was later that I realized that, oh my God, this might be a thing. And it saddened me a bit because, I like my ducks in a row. I like to think, my head is on straight, and also it was very humbling. And I'm a budding social entrepreneur, and my program is on how to think. I say, thinking person is forgetting things. I say, would that not spoil my market like this? So one of the takeaways from that was it made me more empathetic, made me more aware of women and more empathetic, in the sense that I remember one time I shared with my sister that she was, and my sister is awesome. She's been most gracious. So I said, this person said, my friend said this was, and I said to her that, really, if you really knew me as my friend and you remember the sort of person I am, why would I deliberately want to slack? Do you get? I don't deliberately want to be silly. I don't deliberately want to forget things. I don't deliberately want to be irritable. Or deliberately wake up, say, you know what? I'm just going to be irritated. I'm going to show all those my other friends who would say, why are you wanting? I'm going to show them I'm just not in the mood. Nobody does that. Something triggers those things. And she was, she said, take it easy, blah, blah, blah. But, so that takeaway has stuck with me now. So when I see women of certain ages acting off, I'm like, okay, maybe it's this thing that's doing me, that's doing you. No problem. We will move.
It's quite interesting what you said now. As you were speaking now, I'm trying to remember 3 of the things. I hope I don't forget menopause. But one of them was the issue about, sort of like appearing to be ambivalent. Because I've had people as well talk to me and tell me now, but that wasn't what you said on that day. And it's like they're trying to tackle me on it. And I'm not looking like a liar. But like, that's not what you said before. Yes. And sometimes I'm like, I have to answer and say, okay, is that what I said at the same time? At that time, okay, well, I've changed. I don't even remember. And then you look like they're trying to lie, or you have no credibility, or you're really dull or unintelligent.
That part really got to me. I'm like, because for me, it's like you're my friends. So I mean, you know me. So I'll find if I was a dodgy person, then you can say, but I hear you. That tackle was as if you said so. You said, I'm like, okay, you know what? Okay, if I said it, okay. But you know, I really don't remember.
Because
Oh,
I had to,
yeah.
I remember that I had to tell someone, I was having a discussion with someone the other day, and I was saying, look, I would always make mistakes. Sometimes I don't remember what I'm saying. Sometimes I'll make wrong decisions. Sometimes I'll say things that will change my mind. That just happens to be the nature of things. I know it sounds so unpredictable and ambivalent, but the truth is that that is my life. As at the time I was talking to you, I did mean these things. I was saying, no, I thought I meant it. I don't sometimes even remember. That's one thing. The second thing,
Wow.
while you were talking now, is the fact that I just wonder why nobody ever stopped me in my tracks and said, are you okay? Except just one friend who I had. I hadn't spoken to her in a really long time, and I spoke to her on the phone, and she says, hey, something is wrong. This is not Anu. I said, how? She said, you are not you. What's going on? And at that time, I remember that I was thinking that I had no joy in my life. I just had that thought. I have no joy in my life, you know. And someone had come to church talking about depression. I had checked that up. So by the time she spoke to me, then she started asking me, oh, what exactly? She says, you're not happy. And I was like, oh, I'm not happy. I wasn't really sure where I was. But I was really that. It was just a crazy time. And I remember saying that I would like to talk about health. I would like to talk about fitness. Long story short, we cut. That brought us to where I am today with Sisters Keeper. But only that one person asked me, "Are you okay?"